Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm looking into doing here is I have -3, 3 times 1, 2. And what I'm looking into doing at this point in time is trying to take those 2 points and write an equation in slope-intercept form. So I want an equation that's going to look something like this. However, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use point-slope form to find that equation in that format. And the reason why is I'm going to do that is because that's what I want to do for this problem. But point-slope form, what I was trying to say, and just kind of a little funny, point-slope form is very helpful when given 2 points, because you can see I have 2 x's and I have 2 y's, just like I have 2 points here. I have an x and a y and an x and a y. So that's why point-slope form is very helpful. Now you can see here I have 1s and 2s with the x and y's. Here I do not. So what I like to do is give them an x1, y1, and give them an x or y1, y2, so I can distinguish between them. So the first thing we want to do is find the slope. So to find the slope, let's plug in everything that we know. So I can write in 2 minus a y1, so it's 2 minus y1 is equal to m times x2, which is 1, minus, since I have a -3, I'm going to put it in parentheses so I make sure I understand that that's 1 minus -3. 2 minus 3 is -1 equals m times 1 minus a -3. That becomes a double negative, which is 4. Now I can just solve for m, so I divide by 4, divide by 4. M equals a -1/4. Cool. So now I know y equals -1/4 x, but now I still don't know b. So here's where it can kind of get a little confusing. I'm going to still use point-slope form to solve for b, or to put it into slope-intercept form. But what I'm going to do is, rather than trying to solve for b in the slope-intercept form, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this equation, but I can't use both x's and y's. So rather than writing my point-slope form, what I'm going to do, okay, you can see here's the x's, right? Well, what I'm going to do, remember, when I'm writing an equation in slope-intercept form, I just have y and x. So I'm going to leave 1 y and 1 x as they are. And then I'm going to say, all right, well, the other y and x, I'm going to use y1, x1. And if you want to use y2, x2, then use y2, x2. It doesn't matter which points you plug in, but choose a point to plug in for that other value. So then I have y minus y1, which is 3, equals m times x minus x1, which is 1. So now, to go ahead and put this into slope-intercept form, all I need to do is distribute this. So I have y minus 3 equals m times x is, oh, shoot. We know m, though, right? So let's write in our m. Our m is -1/4. OK, so now I distribute. So I have a -1/4 x plus 1/4. And then I just add the 3 to the other side. So I have y equals a -1/4 x plus 3 and 1/4, which could be 13/4. I think. 4 goes in there 3 times plus 1/4. Yeah, 13/4, or you could also write it as y equals -1/4 x plus 3.25. But obviously, we prefer to use the fractions. I know it's not as simple. You could also use a calculator, blah, blah, blah. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is another way how to take 2 points and write them in the slope-intercept form. Thanks.